everybody, and those that are watching on YouTube, Facebook. So, it's nice to be back. So I was sitting with the first thought that came about what to speak about was loving kindness, and then about a week ago that kind of changed into something else. So you might get a combination of the two. It's quite an interesting time on the planet right now for so many of us, going through these ups and downs. I don't know how many can relate to that, but these massive ups and massive downs and everything in between. Energetically, it feels like there's some big shifts happening right now, and as it has been, but for me, it feels like a whole new level is taking place. And I went from being called to LA in September for my mom's condition changing to flying back and flying to Nepal. So I went from this intense low time in LA, low and everything in between, to this huge high in Nepal. So it was kind of like going from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain in a short amount of time. And what kind of has struck me in this last week, because I came back from Nepal so opened up from being with all the kids and getting to new deeper levels with them, and just how I see myself when I'm there is quite interesting. The little girl in me just comes out like more than she does anywhere else, and it's easy to be around 150 kids and just become one with them, and in that innocence with them. And I guess not having my own children, that's kind of what I get to experience when I'm there. And then I came back to major stuff in my marriage, and like this, my heart was open and it went and so this, like, which is life, isn't it? This closing and then expanding, and then it closes and then expanding. We see these beautiful flowers. When I was in Nepal, I took one of the girls with me to this beautiful place called Pokhara, and it's about a half-an-hour flight from Kathmandu, and it's this beautiful lake, and we were staying in this hotel, and right below our window was this beautiful fish pond with fish and these lotus flowers, and we'd watch the lotus flowers, and times of the day they'd be open, and then they close, and then they'd be open, and then they close, and we'd go, what are they like now? It's like, we'd look out the window and we'd wait to see, the weather would change, and they would open up, and then they would close again. And that's kind of the experience that I think a lot of us are having at the moment of, being open, and then something happens, we want to shut down, we want to kind of protect ourselves, and then we want to open up again, and I've been really having that experience in the last month of that, just really feeling it, actually feeling my heart like hurting because it wants to open but it's closing, and how that doesn't feel natural anymore to actually want to close it. It feels natural to be open and to be in joy. It doesn't always feel natural, does it, to protect it? It hurts almost. Like I actually was feeling that it was hurting, that my heart center was hurting. So I want to talk about something that Esther Hicks and Abraham speak about all the time, and I've been listening to her nonstop since I've been back, and that's about the contrast. I know Linda saw that, said contract. The contrast, and the contrast of life, right? That we need the contrast in order to grow, that we need to experience that low and that high in order to really appreciate what we have and to create the things that we want to create, and to focus on moving through the hard stuff. So the nice part, the part to remember when we're in the middle of it, is that we're not going to stay there forever. That we might experience hard stuff right at the moment, but we're not going to stay there. That it will actually change, and that we will actually move through. And Abraham talks about, the teachings talk about that the emotional scale, and that if you move through the emotional scale, you're going to move towards joy again and towards love again, and it's that whole thing of the contrast of experiencing the hardest depths of something, and then being able to appreciate the best stuff even more. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. I've been really experiencing it. Very much so, and physically experiencing it, and because I think our energy is opening up so much that we're going to experience things in our body even more. The more aware we are, the more we become, aware of that change, the change in energy, the change in vibration. How many of you notice that? You go, why don't I just focus on feeling good? That's just so much better. And really, it's just the journey. I sat with and I wrote this whole thing about the contrast. Is that what if we didn't fight against it so much? And the tendency as human beings and the ego part of us is to fight against it. No, I'm not gonna. No, why is this happening? I don't want this to happen anymore. And the more we can embrace it, embrace everything, embrace the hard stuff and the wonderful stuff and the highs and the lows, how much happier we'll be inside of ourselves, because we won't be using our energy to fight against, but we'll be using that energy to just embrace and to allow more. Isn't that right? I know we talked about that before, but it's interesting because when you hear something over and over again, it takes you to a new level. You hear it differently. And I've certainly been working with this stuff for years, and it's kind of like, okay, I got to another level with it. Another level of understanding, even beyond understanding, cellular, something happened inside of me to, really experience it differently. And so, I encourage all of us, for this next month, because it's always nice to get together at the end of the month and go, okay, what am I going to open to this next month? But to really look at what's happening in your life and how can you embrace it more? What can you do inside of you to embrace it, to make it okay? When I say embrace, instead of pushing against it, how can you just open up to it? And it might be okay, I know I'm going through the shits right now. I know I'm in a hard place right now, and with my health, or with emotionally, or with my marriage, or with whatever it might be. But I know that this is only in this moment, that it's going to change, and it is already changing. And how can I open to that change, and how can I embrace this? How many are willing to kind of play around with that? And again, it's playing around with it. It's practicing it. It's we get taken to different levels with it, the more we're open to it. So as I love to always do, I wrote down what steps can we take to do this. So here you go. The first one, become aware of how you're feeling and let it be okay to be vulnerable and to acknowledge your fear. Because when we're in a hard place, a lot of fear can come up. Is that right? A lot of fear. Oh, why is this happening? And what do I need to do? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we feel that adrenaline, that fear energy coming up. And so just allowing ourselves to be okay there, to embrace that, rather than pushing it away. Because the more we push it away, the bigger it gets. I remember someone said once to me in NLP training, when you can just see the fear smaller, you can get a sense of how big it feels and then start to make it smaller, like move it farther away from you so it becomes smaller. And that always helped me. And the other thing that does is just taking it by the hand, like it's that little part of you, that fearful child, and take it by the hand and say, let's do this together. Let's walk through this together. Can help. And I think one of the things that's the hardest for us as humans with the contrast is to be vulnerable in the contrast, to actually let ourselves be real and to be vulnerable. For me, has been the greatest gift in my life, because there's been a time in my marriage that's been really hard, and I've been the most honest and vulnerable I've ever been in my life, and the most proud of myself that I've ever been. Because unless we can go there, we can't allow miracles to happen. If we can go there to that place of authenticity, being vulnerable, being real, miracles happen, don't they? And miracles can happen in ourselves, in our relationships, and people around us, and everything. So that's the first one. The second one is stay in the present moment as much as you possibly can. So keep coming back to the moment, which is really the practice for all of us anyway, no matter what's happening. But especially with jumping from one place to the other place, and with so many changes happening right now, to really just be in the moment. And in the moment, how are you? In the moment, everything is okay. In the moment, I've got a roof over my head. In the moment, do a reality check. In the moment, I'm okay. In this moment, my life is good. In this moment, just really, really come back. Because what happens is we jump way out of the moment, and then it gets scarier. And then the mind just does all kinds of stories. So to really practice the present, being right here and right now, and all the blessings and that are happening right now. Even if you can't think of it, make them up. Make them up, because we make up stuff anyway. Most of the stuff we do in our head is made up. So might as well make up some blessings, make up some good stuff, because then that's what will happen. Take several deep breaths so that you can really bring yourself back, because when we breathe deeply, we come right back. So breathing deeply, stopping whatever's happening and breathing deeply. Connecting back to that place inside of you that knows the truth. Go into prayer and to meditation, whatever you can to still your mind and connect with your higher self and with spirit. Whatever that is for you. So some people it's going into nature. Certainly it is for me. Coming back to the lake, was at home was beautiful. It was just like, great to go and ground myself. And when things feel hard, to just go there and give, or go to the ocean and give a lot of the fear to the ocean. Just let it go. Hug a tree. Tree therapy is really helpful. Just go talk to a tree. If you don't have anyone to talk to, just nature's amazing. Nature's there to support us all the way, all the time. And the fourth one is move your body. So find ways to lighten up, laugh more. I wrote a thing on Facebook about, it was a good reminder, when things feel hard, just laugh, go get funny movies. Find a way to shift the energy by laughing, Call somebody up that's funny, get them to tell you a joke. Find a way to lighten up and to move the body. I'm so grateful for yoga, that when it feels like nothing else is working or things are hard, and I can just do yoga stretches, do the sun salutations, move my body, what a change, And I think if we can move our bodies, then we come back to balance so much faster, because we're meant to move. That's the next one. Focus on what you want to create and know that it's already happening. So next month, I'm going to actually talk about the launching of my book. I'm going to talk about creating, from creation, from creativity to creation, and we're constantly in creation. It's happening all the time. Every thought is a creation. So becoming aware of that, and we talk about that a lot here, but just becoming aware of what you want to focus on. Coming back, and sometimes we just have to remind ourselves. I love the story. Years ago, I did Robert Kiyosaki's workshops, and I remember him doing this thing, and it stuck in my mind more than anything. It's funny how this was like 25 years ago, and you learn, you get one thing that sticks with you, and it was about how when they're up in space, how the astronauts aren't on course. They go off course, on course, off course, on course, off course, on course. And that's life, isn't it? And it really stuck with me, probably more than anything else I remember. But about that we're constantly on this thing of we're off course, we're on course, we're off course, we're on course. And how many of us have felt that way sometimes? We're off course, then we're back on course again. So it's just remembering that whatever is feeling like we're off course, we're really on course. That's really going to guide us back to that place. And then if we have absolute knowing of that, that's exactly what's going to happen. You know, thinking about Dan with the bowl and it breaking, and then you went right into you creating that straight away. You didn't go into anything else. You went straight into with Fuchsia about, you know, your new bowl. Really, and so that just created even faster because you didn't go into, damn, you know, all the stuff that might come up. You just went straight in.
It was a beautiful contrast. Broken bowl, what I want, new bowl.
So we can switch it fast. You know, the more aware we are of it, the more we make the contrast okay, the quicker we are to create what we want. And that was a perfect example, you know? Right there, everybody got to witness it. And to actually share with people. I think it's wonderful, you know, as a community we share things with each other, but to have someone that you can actually share what you've created with, you know? Like, wow, this is where my mind was, but then I shifted it and this is what happened. You know, sometimes we don't get to actually share that with people. And how important it is for us to share these amazing, you know, shifts that are taking place and how we're all creating, you know, incredible things. Sometimes we forget about it, we put it away and oh, that was nothing, you know. And then the next one is go deeper into feeling grateful as much of the day as you can. And I know that, you know, we certainly speak about this a lot, but it's really how much more can we take? What level can we take it to, you know? Because everything we can take deeper. Everything we can experience it on such a deeper level. Nothing is like you get there and it's like, okay, that's it. You know, okay, you're done. You can die now. Okay, it's finished. You know, it doesn't work that way. You know, you get to open up to experiencing things and the vibration of them at a much deeper level, and then it just takes you to where you're going next. And so with gratitude, certainly if you're going through a contrast, you're going through the highs and lows, to bring ourselves back to that place of, I'm just grateful for my breath. Sometimes we're not even at a place where we can say what we're grateful for, you know. We're not there, but to start somewhere. To start with, I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful for my lungs, you know. I'm grateful for my feet. You know, whatever it is, starting somewhere. Going deeper in that. And then looking for and being open to the blessings and miracles taking place, and even just saying it, you know, okay, today I'm open for the blessings and the miracles. And I know a lot of my affirmations are that, you know, that was what was coming through, was the more that we can acknowledge that and affirm it, the more we're going to see it and be open to it. So actually saying today I'm ready to experience magic and miracles and more blessings in my life than I ever have before. And really feel it and open to it and see what happens. Who's up for that? And then I want to hear, you know, then I want to hear your testimony on it. And know that you deserve the very best, and the universe wants you to have it. Right? The universe wants all of us to thrive. The universe wants all of us to succeed. The universe wants all of us to prosper. The universe wants all of us to really, you know, be who we truly are. Be that expression. We just have to be okay with that in ourselves. And the last one is be willing and open to receive. Because amazing things come out of the contrast, you know, out of the hard stuff. Amazing things shine through. They do in the joy as well. You know, so they happen in whatever is going on. And we just have to be willing to say, I'm ready to receive. Should we say that together? I'm ready to receive.
I'm ready to receive.
Okay, if you're crossing, open up. I'm ready to receive.
I'm ready to receive.
Oh, let's stand up and do it. Let's like really, and feel your feet in the earth and really, okay? Let's go for it. Okay, Dan, ready? Let's go. I'm ready to receive. That's it. Could you do it a little bit more, do you think? Yeah. Want to try it again? And see if you can a little bit more open up to it, like so that your whole body kind of opens up to that. Okay, ready? Let's go. I'm ready to receive. Woo! And so it is.
So it is.
How'd that feel? Yeah.
Good.
So what if we could start every day with that? You know, what if you get up in the morning before your feet hit the ground and we can all go, I'm ready to receive. Yeah, who wants to try that tomorrow morning? All right? Starting the day, I'm ready to receive. And if you live in a house of people, you can just tell them you're going to do it or go somewhere. Or think it inside yourself. But you know what? To say it out loud, you're really proclaiming it to the universe. You know, there's something when you say something out loud. That's why affirmations work great when you say it out loud. And, you know, you want to say it. It's like you're proclaiming it. You're having, the universe is hearing it. You know, you're not going, I'm ready to receive. Really opening up to it. All right, we're going to finish with this. This was, I love Facebook for the stuff people share. You know, it's wonderful to get these bit of wisdom every day on Facebook. And this one was wonderful, and I put this on my page as well. Today's to-do list. Practice kindness. That was all about the loving kindness stuff. And really, the more we can be loving and kind to ourselves, that's kind of where it starts from. So practice kindness with yourself first, and then with others. Listen with your ears. Love with your heart. So this was so you're writing it down for yourself. So practice kindness. Listen with my ears. Love with my heart. Count my blessings. Do my best. Say thank you. Breathe deeply. Speak the truth. Expect great things. And make the world a better place. Isn't that a nice list? What we can do every day.
Laurie, just for that second one, I work with some sisters in the Samaritan of the Rule of St. Benedict, and one of the things that St. Benedict says is listen with the ear of your heart, which I really love. That's really beautiful, is listening from your heart.
Which is, when I read that, that's what I was thinking.
And
I
that's
just
the next
didn't
one,
say.
it's about the heart.
Yeah, but absolutely listening from your heart. You know, not just from here, but from every part, and even not just the heart, but every part. We can listen from our whole being. Yeah, thank you. That's really important. I thought this was wonderful, you know, and it's pretty much what I was going to talk about, so I thought, okay, we'll just bring this up. So if anyone wants a copy, I think it's on Facebook, and I can send it to you as well. So. All right, so let's finish with closing your eyes for a moment. Place your hands over your heart. And take a few moments to just send lots of loving kindness to yourself. You can picture it as a color of pink or whatever color, and just saturating yourself, allowing that energy of loving kindness, that energy of love to just fill you up. Breathe it in. Just really thanking yourself. Yourself for all that you do already, every day for yourself. Thank yourself for this journey that you're on, and for your courage, for your openness, for your loving heart, for your kind soul. Feel that energy just going not only into your heart, but every part of you. That beautiful, loving energy, that beautiful heart energy. And then just affirming inside of you right now that I'm open to receive. And whatever comes after that for you, you can fill it in. Whatever you're open to receive. And if you'd like to, you can turn to the person next to you and just let them know what you're ready to receive. And it might be everything. So there's no limit to receiving. So turn to the person next to you, and if you'd like to share what you're going to now, what you're open, so you're proclaiming it, you're opening up to it, to the universe, and that's the universe next to you. So what are you ready to receive? Go. Okay, everyone done? How was that? All right. So every day, I encourage you every day to start the day with really opening up to, I'm ready to receive. No matter what's happening, no matter what contrast you're in, no matter whether things are feeling good and easy or hard and difficult, but to really be open to receive and know that that's what's coming in. And that no matter what is happening, it's not going to stay like that. That things are constantly shifting, moving, and to really know that in ourselves makes it so much easier. Thanks, everybody. Peace and blessings.